Good morning and welcome to the morning assembly. Today is the 23rd of February 2021 and the day is Tuesday. Let's begin the day on a bright note by prayers. The prayer song is played by Malav, Badrakiya and Samar, Vora on their keyboards. Please get ready for home.
In this assembly, we decided to present one of the widely debated issues equality for females. Equality is a right and should be respected for every gender. While in some households, the birth of a girl child is celebrated using the phrase Ghar mein Lakshmi aayi hai. In others, the girl child is not accepted and either killed or abandoned. Prashin Jogani from IB2 will now recite the poem named The Girl Child.
The Girl Child by Naomi. The lives of innocent children have been shattered. Come look at my brethren. Mighty dreams have been thwarted. My sister is a commodity of trade. Only reaching to a third grade, she found herself under a share. She became a property of an exchange, having no say over anything. I have been longing for my revenge, heavy penalty, but got nothing. Feel the life of my innocent sister. This is a public outcry. I insist on stiff measures, both in oceans and in dry. It is a grievance from all creatures. The inhuman act of rape. Four humiliating offences to my sister who lacks defences. Feel the same of my innocent sister. My sister is depressed, no second for deep rest. Me beast of burdens is hard pressed. No matter how she tries her best, her efforts are all waste compressed, restricted from searching her life to the west. Look, she is denied of a life's zest. Why her alone and not the rest? A woman, if allowed, she's able to invest. And enabled, she will pass any test. This is a true word, instilled in me in order to teach the rest. Feel the discomfort of my innocent sister. Before, my heart was burning hot, but now I am grateful. Finally, I have reached my lot. I wish to halt on this very spot, make a change even as small as a dot, to relieve my sister, because there is strength in everything I've got. There is ability in my innocent sister. Thank you.
Discrimination against females is one issue observed in workplaces, educational centers, as well as in the home itself. Now, Pranshu Talsania and Nishit Ribadia from IB2 and Abbas Vora and Chinmay Sonwani from IB1 will present some common issues faced by females.
In quite a few families, discrimination against women begin even before they are born. The belief that dynasty and tradition is housed in only the male heirs lead to the heinous practice of female feticide. The very fact that a nation needed to start a campaign against such practices is itself a shameful idea, and even till today, medical practitioners are penalized if they are found determining the sex of the fetus. In the past, a few states of India took a step further, where a newborn girl child was drowned in a large vessel full of milk. This is the main cause for a skewed gender ratio in quite a few states of India even today.
There is a common misconception that a man is supposed to earn for the family and women are supposed to take care of domestic chores, leading to girls deprived of primary education. This faulty mindset of common polity of India caused the government from 2000 onwards to launch the campaign of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. The point of equality cannot possibly come into the picture until girls are educated at par with men.
Females are not being considered as competent as men. Hence, many times they are discouraged from progressing in their career, especially if it is a physically demanding work. One famous example was when Rosalind Franklin was not credited for her discovery of the model of DNA, just because women weren't encouraged to work in fields of science at that point of time.
Dowry is one ancient system that was supposed to give the daughter equal rights in the division of her father's wealth. Since daughters were married early, they were given money, gold, and other expensive gifts, so they inherit a part of their father's wealth, making them financially independent in lieu of share in the land. This custom has been abused and continued even today to add to the consolidated wealth of the husband's family.
The race of dominance, the race to crush everybody and remove the competition, especially that from women. Many times it's hard for some people to accept the fact that women can be more successful in their field of work, giving rise to jealousy and discrimination at the workplace. The result is women have to suffer lower pay grades in spite of equal competence and denial of opportunities to grow professionally.
Even in the 21st century, domestic tasks like housekeeping, cooking, and nurturing children is classified to be a woman's job only. These tasks are not gender specific and can be done by men too. Sharing these chores is the only way to establish true equality. Change of practice in individual families can result in a larger social change.
Many times, women have to prove themselves suitable for a job because they are supposed to take care of the family and the house even if they have different aspirations. Many women have overcome struggles and stigmas about girls to build their own identity. Some examples of the same are Gunjan Saxena, a fighter pilot, Geeta Fogart, an Indian wrestler, and Sudha Murthy, an Indian author who was once the only girl in a batch of 600 students in her engineering college.
Especially in rural areas, the women shoulder economic and the domestic spheres simultaneously. These women are involved in labor intensive tasks leading to malnutrition and causes for chronic diseases in the future.
It's true, these kinds of practices are followed today. Most women are expected to do petty jobs or jobs not matching their qualification. They are objectified and treated to sexual harassment. The need of the hour is for the woman to recognize the sign for such discrimination and have the moral courage to speak up against such malpractices.
Success. Everybody aims for success in life. Sometimes man not understanding what woman goes through underestimates her when they say that they are more successful than women. A mother carries her home with her while running the race and sometimes are highly underrated for their work.
Some men feel their status is being compromised when they respect women. However, it is not so. Respect is a mutually received feeling. Only if one gives respect can one expect to gain respect. As rightly said in the movie गुंजन सक्सेना, मुझे इज्जत देने से आप लोगों की इज्जत कम नहीं होगी.
The notion that only men can take the right business decisions is fallacious. Every opinion matters. A very popular Bollywood movie that demonstrates this issue beautifully is Ki and Ka. Apart from fiction, there are many real life examples that one can take inspiration from, such as Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, Chini Rometty, the CEO of IBM, and Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, who began her work in her garage and now leads one of India's largest biopharmaceutical firm, Biocon Limited.
Hypocrisy is everywhere. The people talking about equality may forget that they are not being equal and just in taking decisions and making some judgments.
A common notion in most families is that women are inferior to men. Shashank Godhani from IB2 will now present a poem in Hindi named Nari, tum abla nahi ho.
नारी तुम अबला नहीं हो, करुणा की सागर को धार बना के तुम भी लहरों सी हुंकार भरो. अबला नहीं हो तुम नारी, इस बात का अभिमान करो. दिखाए कोई आंख अगर तो न तुम सहम सी जाना, चाहे पकड़े कोई हाथ तुम्हारे न डर कर तुम चुप रह जाना. उठो लड़ो और आगे बढ़ो, अपनी समस्याओं का खुद समाधान बनो. अबला नहीं हो तुम नारी, इस बात का अभिमान करो. माना कि दुनिया का मंच कठिन है, पर इस पर डटकर बनी रहना. चाहे लगे कोई राह कठिन, न पथियों में न खड़ी रहना. हिम्मत को साथी चुनकर हर मंजिल को तुम फतह करो. अबला नहीं हो तुम नारी, इस बात का अभिमान करो. जन्म से लेकर मृत्यु तक आखिर कब अपने लिए जियोगी? समाज के ठेकेदारों के लिए कब तक अपनी इच्छाओं को कुचलोगी? समाज के कल्याण का हिस्सा अब इज्जत से तुम भी बनो. अबला नहीं हो तुम नारी, इस बात का अभिमान करो. तुम्हें भी जीवन का अधिकार मिला है, इस जीवन को ना व्यर्थ करो. उठो चलो और आगे बढ़ो और नारी जीवन को सार्थक करो. सदियों से महान हो तुम, सदैव सर्वोच्च ही बनी रहो. अबला नहीं हो तुम नारी, इस बात का अभिमान करो. धन्यवाद.
The importance of a girl child is expressed through many different art forms like poems and musics. Noel Matthew will now present the song Ladki on his keyboard.
While confronting these issues, we also need to think about how to bring a change. It's not only a woman's responsibility to learn how to defend herself, but men should also change their thinking towards women. We are not inferior, we are equal. Devraj Patel from IB1 will now recite a poem called Raising a Boy as a Feminist.
Raising a Boy as a Feminist by Annie Ridout. It was easy having a daughter because I knew just what to say. You can do anything you want to. Nothing will get in your way. Well, there may be some tricky obstacles, but you can kick them to the side. Take up all the space that you can in the world. You never have to hide. It's harder having a son because he already knows his place. It's up at the front, at the head of the table. It's winning without having to chase. He'll be offered the jobs that a woman could do and told it's because he's best. But it could be because he won't leave to give birth or request equal pay and the rest. And so my son needs to learn to be canny, to treat girls and boys the same. Whether friend or foe or competitor, we're all equal. Well, that's the aim. When men in power deride his sisters for virtue of having a womb, I'll teach him to rise up in solidarity, to bring decency back to the room. But he also needs encouragement as he makes his way through life, because although things may just land in his lap, there will still be struggle and strife. Boys have emotions. Males can be sensitive too. Men have to vie for attention in the same way that women do. It's just that when men shout, they're heard. And when men fight, they win. And when men sit at the table, they don't always let women in. So I'd like to tell my boy to be brave and follow his dreams, but remember the battles his sister will face, and work together. We achieve more in teams.
What a powerful thought, Devraj. Most of the problems faced by women are due to the gender bias encouraged in their families. Is it a crime for women to wear short clothes? Should women not have the liberty to go out at night?
Can't women have a safe working environment? Why can't women be part of the decision making? Is it important for women to match up to the beauty standards defined by our society?
Maybe all of us may answer no with strong conviction when asked. However, we may be unconsciously supporting those who believe in this bias. Although it does not exist in our families, it exists around us. Maybe all of us have maids who make their daughters work while they educate their sons. Yet, we don't advise them to change their thinking.
Maybe we just believe that our female friends are not as strong as us, either physically or mentally. But it's time that we remove these notions and start changing our mindsets, as well as the perceptions of those around us. Let's be responsible national citizens by just erasing our mindsets about others. Let's respect each and every human being, regardless of their gender, caste, socioeconomic status, or color.
Thank you for attending the assembly and have a nice day.